So there's something to talk about which I am kind of hyped about. Among the other information that has been data mined in the past week, it sounds like we might have potentially more bosses to fight in the game. And no, I'm not talking about Void Invasion bosses. Hopefully you guys enjoy this and let me know what you guys think, because this is kind of a Left 4 Dead kind of game mode. Might be making a resurgence with new rewards. So I think we can all agree there's definitely one game mode that has gone to rot for a very long time, and it's actually in the guild. I'm not talking about any of these because, well, these are pretty much brand new. We're talking about the guild altar here. So the guild altar has been around essentially in its same form since they redid the guild update, and even then it's still very, very similar. The only thing we've gotten were these UI changes, basically fixes and changes to what the UI looks like here. We're still having the same old system here. You guys can see who the original players were in this guild. Man, some of them actually still play. That's kind of crazy to see. But yeah, you can kind of see this was Rev at one point. It looks like Rez at another point. This has not changed in forever, and this is the guild boss battles that you can look back at the history. Once you get through and you beat all of the 60 bosses on a new server, you then unlock ranking rewards for Flame Shrine, and you go up against a bunch of different bosses. There's Dark Arthendal, there's Sigmund, there's Malassa, there's Kameth, there's Berea. I think there's 5, right? I don't think there's any other heroes, are there? Hold on, let's take a look real quick. Quick look, they're all older heroes. I don't think so. Kameth's the only one that comes to mind in this faction. We have Sigmund as one of the enemies here. We have Berea as one of the enemies for the Abyss. Is it actually one of every single one? Malassa, Dark Arthendal, Asmod? No? Faithblade, there it is. I'm like, wait, I know there's one. So currently there are a grand total of 6 targets for us to fight when it does come to Flame Shrine. However, in the notes, we have new names added, and we are assuming they are having to do with Guild Altar because, well, there are 6 of them. 6 new bosses have been added as names of heroes for the guild altar. So what does that mean? Hopefully that means there is another tier up from what we are currently doing. We're currently, of course, getting a decent, I mean, like, when you really think about it, you do this, what, 2 times a week, essentially? It's a very small amount of guild coins. They're not giving us any gold solid dust, and honestly, the 5-star hero shard rewards seem kind of irrelevant here. Yeah, you actually know, is it once a week? It's weird. It's not once a week. It's definitely not twice a week. You have multiple challenges, total damage dealt, reaches, blah blah blah. You'll get an increase of coins, which again you're getting 200% because most guilds are getting that far, and then there's a cap of 15 rounds. So what does that mean? Well, I'm hoping they're not just adding new heroes. I'm hoping they're adding a new layer of complexity, because it is nice that the guild has been getting some attention. We started basically with just Guild War. We then got the Guild Settlement. I think we then got Ace Championship as the one after that. And finally, Star Expedition, which honestly, this is probably one of the more popular game modes for those that really like pushing endgame content. Some of them, holy cow. Mega Project with a resurgence taking first place from Core. That's kind of cool to see here. Because let's be honest, one of the most fun things in the game is seeing huge damage numbers from big damage dealers. Now, I'm kind of hoping that this can somehow change the meta of just always using Lord of Pharasma. The fact that he has this Demon King's Might is just one of the most overpowered things in the game. And until we see something similar in a future hero, I just don't think he's going to be dethroned as the highest single target damage dealer, because even like Lord of Sparkles does not compete, does not compare when it comes to that situation. So my hope is that they kind of pick some newer heroes, although it's kind of funny because they really can't pick some of the newest heroes because, well, they suck. Or they have some weird abilities. Like, I guess, what if they added heroes like Betty? They added Betty and they had some twining going on. They're only targeting back line with it. That could be cool. Like if they just picked like one of the newest heroes. I don't know why. Is it just me or does it feel like this is a low resolution image? Like when I look at Ilamok and then I come over to here, like maybe it's just the coloring of her face. It just looks so low resolution. And it looks like it's the exact same face as Eloise. Like legit. Maybe adding Gaggy because, you know, Transcendence Gaggy, Chaos Soul Bound, Chaos Bound Soul. I don't remember what his name is, honestly. We never use him. It would be kind of cool to see heroes like this actually be relevant because they're just never used in the game. Maybe a G-Ster Assassin type hero. Some of the newer heroes could be interesting, but I'm just hoping they do add a level of complexity that we don't currently have. I do want to know what you guys think, though. Do you guys think having these be easier to the point where we can still use like Heartwatcher, Drake, and those old heroes that can't be powered up would be good? Or should this be a next tier up of Flame Shrine that is absolutely like very difficult to do for now? Because as you guys know, power systems come and go. You remember when we weren't getting anywhere near this? We got like past level 100 on the Star Expedition boss. We're like, how are we supposed to do this? We can't even survive. And then it's like, oh yeah, just give us like 4 months of Destiny transitions. Like, oh my god, this is easy. We're literally killing the boss. Yes, the top teams right here are to the point where they are killing the boss. And that also came into play with the guild altar, the Flame Shrine, because, well, we were killing these we were like top 10 guilds were killing all 3 targets every single time the Flame Shrine came up. They, of course, did a little patch where they made them heal after they, like, took 30% damage. It couldn't be, like, you know, Amun-Ra, Healing Cursed, or anything like that, sadly. But still, it was a change that they had to make. It would be cool if they undid that change, let us kill these bosses, and then maybe if you kill all 3 bosses within like the duration of a Flame Shrine, you get these new upgraded higher tier versions of bosses, because that would actually be something really fun to see if people could actually accomplish. So what are you guys hoping it is? I mean, the only other thing I can even consider being an option would be like more bosses here, but like 6 getting added doesn't add up because technically we only have 7 total chapters, unless they're also planning on adding bosses maybe in the Void Horde where you have to beat multiple bosses. That actually could be interesting if we somehow are getting more bosses and maybe they're giving us like 6 of them right away, because like we're about to start chapter 6, so that wouldn't be too weird. That'd be kind of cool, although it would be weird that they're giving us hollow bosses before this. I honestly think it will be guild altar, so let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you actually enjoy boss battles? Do you enjoy campaign most? Which game mode do you actually enjoy the most? And will this update be something you're excited about if it is more just guild bosses? Me personally, I'll love it. I love doing damage. That's where we started. That was my first love in the game, the Scary Army versus the guild boss and Broken Spaces, the old 3 stages of Broken Spaces back in the day. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Leave a comment down below, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.